Hi, my name is Youssef, and today in this video, I'll be presenting my final project in Java 2. So my project is a currency and link converter, and my application is called Flash Converter. And in this video, I'll be explaining my implementation and overall what it do. I'll also be showing my test units, and at the end, I'll be testing my application. So if we jump right into it, so my application has two sections, which is the currency converter and length converter. They both have the same implementation, of course. So I will only be explaining currency converter and not the length converter because, or this video is going to be too long and I will just be repeating myself. So as you can see on my screen, I have my IDE open with the currency converter class. Currency converter class, this is where it starts. You create an object of type currency converter, and then it takes a parameter, a double, which is going to be the amount, the input from the user, and this amount basically I'm going to use it later. We're just initializing with the constructor. Then the next step is going to be setting the currency 1 and currency 2. And I'll be explaining, for example, set currency 1. So basically, set currency 1 takes a string, and this string is going to be from the combo box value. So let's just say the combo box value is CAD, all right? So that's what the string is going to be CAD, and then it's going to call, the method is going to call get currency method. And what this method does, it's based on what the string is, it's going to recreate the appropriate object to it and initialize the amount inside of the object. So let me give you an example. Let's just say that currency 1 here, this string is CAD. So it's going to call get currency, and the string is going to be CAD. So it's going to check each possibilities. If the string is CAD, then we're going to create a CAD object and initialize this amount. So basically, currency 1 is going to have inside of it a CAD object initialized with the amount. Basically, it's the same thing for currency 2. It's the same thing for currency 2. It's basically currency 2 is going to be the desired value that we want to convert to it. Then after setting both currencies, we're actually going to call the converting method. And what this method returns, it returns a double, which is the converted value to the new currency, which is currency 2, of course. So basically, inside of this method, we have currency 1 dot convert, and then this convert method takes currency object, which in this case is going to be currency 2. So let's just say, for example, currency 1 is CAD. So we created a CAD object and it's inside of currency 1. So we're going to call it from this class, from CAD class, the convert method, which is overridden from the interface convert currency. As you can see here, we have a convert, and the convert, the abstract method called convert, and they each class has to override it: CAD, yen, euro, and USD. Because CAD, USD, yen, and euro all extend from currency, and the currency class implements the interface. If we go back to the currency, the converting method, so currency 1, so it's going to call the appropriate convert method. Like we said, it's CAD object, so it's going to call the convert CAD method inside of CAD class, sorry. And then it's going to take a currency object, which is the desired currency, and then it's going to get the amount times the value, which is okay. So we have rates.get currency.get name. So each class has a get currency name, which returns their currency name, basically. So CAD is going to return CAD name. So basically, because currency here is USD, so currency USD dot get currency name is going to return the string USD, and rates dot get the string USD is going to go inside of the hash table, and then it's going to go to the string USD, And basically, when we use the get method, it's going to return us the value, which is 0.78. And it's going to multiply and then round it up to 2 decimal places. And then it's going to return that double. So, so basically, all the other classes, USD, Euro, Yen, all have the same implementation. They all have the a hash table with the conversion rate. They all have the get currency name, and they all have a convert. Well, they kind of have, they need to have the get currency name because it overrides from the currency class. They have to override it, and they also override the convert method from the interface. So they have to. So like I said, I won't be explaining the len converter implementation because I will just be repeating myself. And the only difference is that the len converter uses units instead of currencies. So now we're going to look at the test units. Okay, so once again, there's going to be 2 sections to the test. There's going to be test currency converter and test len converter. I won't be explaining my test in len converter. I will only be explaining the test currency converter. So it's going to be pretty quick. We have in total 4 currencies, which means 4 times 4 is 16. There's 16 possibilities. There's 16 possible conversion. So USD to CAD, CAD to USD, you get the point. So basically, all of them is going to be CAD to USD, CAD to CAD, CAD to Yen, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on to 16 possibilities. And then I added one more possibility, which it takes a decimal input, decimal amount. So if we test it, basically, we can see that everything's going to pass, hopefully. Just gonna wait a little bit. Okay. So as we can see on the screen, everything should pass, which means that the all tests are green, which means everything passes. And it's basically the same thing for the test len converter. Everything passes too. So, and there's going to be 4 units, and the 4 units, there's 16 possibilities, conversion possibilities, and we're also testing the decimal input in the len converter test. So yeah. And now I'm going to be running my application. So yes. Give me a second. Okay, so now I'm running my application. As you can see, I have a currency on the left, currency converter, and I have a len converter. So we have the combo boxes here. We have the input and the output is going to be in the bottom text field. We have a convert button, switch, and clear. So we're going to do some scenarios. Let's just say we're gonna start with a normal input. So 12 Canadian to USD. Okay, sorry. So $12 Canadian dollars in USD is 9.36, 9.36 US dollar. So that works. We also have the switch buttons. Then when you click switch, you can see that the CAD and USD is gonna flip. There you go. And then you can convert. And 12 USD dollars in CAD is 15.36 Canadian dollars. We also have the clear button that clears the combo boxes and the input in the bottom text field. So we can also try the length. Let's say again 12 meters in centimeters is 1200 centimeters. So 12 meters is 1200 centimeters. We also can do the switch and then convert again. So 12 centimeters meters is 0.12 meters. So we can clear. So we can try with a different input. Let's say 0.50 it's a decimal number, then let's say Canadian to say euros to Canadian, for example, and we convert is 0.68. So we can also, so that's what it is. So decimal numbers also work. We can also try it here, 0.50 kilometers to meters is 500 meters. Now we're going to try another scenarios. Let's just say someone actually forgot to put his number and forgot to put the bottom combo box. Want to convert, error dialog is going to appear and says one of the fields is empty. Make sure that you selected the thing, blah, 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 blah. So then when you select it, basically everything works. If there's no input, also if there's no top, it's not going to work either. I also have rejects that will only accept decimal numbers and whole numbers. So let's just say I write some text and we do CAD and USD and convert. The input that you entered is not a number. Please enter a number. So as you can see, my rejects actually doesn't allow text, only whole numbers and decimal numbers. It doesn't also allow to negative numbers. We do -12 because -12 is a number, but you don't really have like -$12 or something like that. You see, the input that you entered is not a number. Please enter a number. Same thing for the length converter. Basically the same thing as the currency. So basically, this is my application. I'm pretty proud of it. So thank you for watching my video. This video might be a bit long, so sorry for that. But thank you, and